Hey guys, what's up? This is Hillary and Johnny, owners of Pure Bliss, and you're listening to the Pure Bliss podcast, where we talk about business, beauty, and how to be a boss.
We wanted to start this podcast to show you what was once an idea that started in our basement and is now a reality that has been growing ever since.
We wanted to share our journey with you and help motivate you along the way.
Okay guys, just getting right back into it for episode number 2, picking up where we left off last week. Hillary mentioned in October 2017, she decided on the spot to open up a salon. Well, she did decide on the spot. There was no planning. We got married September 9th. We had zero money, no credit cards tapped, fully maxed out. And she decided, well, now's the time because busy season's coming up and this is it. If I don't do it now, now is as good a time as ever. So Hillary, go ahead and tell them.
So I was browsing Marketplace one day or I think it might have been Kijiji. I'm not even sure if Marketplace was on the go then. And I seen this beautiful pedicure chair online for $1,500, and it was probably at least half off. So I was like, John, we should go look at it. Like, it's only $1,500. And he was like, that's a lot of money, which it was
At the time.
And I was like, yeah, it is, but like to buy it new, it's probably $4,000 with taxes in, and this was obviously no taxes. So we got ready and we went and looked at it, and it was a local salon actually that was closing down. And
yeah, no, she was there selling the pedicure chair, and her husband was a real estate agent. So we went and looked at it, and he asked us, well, where's your salon? And she said, well, I don't have one.
I don't have one. That's in my house. Yeah.
And he said, okay, well, I got a space available for rent if you wanted to just have a look at it and see. So she said, yeah, well,
it was in the area that I wanted.
Close to home. I'll have a look anyway and just have a look and see.
Yeah, anyway, I went in and literally fell in love. There were chandeliers everywhere. It was upstairs in a building. It was upstairs in a business building, but it's not a business building. It was upstairs in a commercial building.
Yeah.
So it was like not really convenient.
Yeah, it wasn't on the main floor.
Some people, like, it wasn't wheelchair accessible or anything. But it was beautiful. It was pretty new. It was laid out really nice. It had a few rooms, which is what I wanted. A nice big reception area, washer and dryer hookup. Literally had everything I wanted.
Yeah, it was great for a starter because it was like only 1,000 square feet. The only downfall was it was upstairs.
Yeah, so I decided right then and there that I'm going to take this. John was like, no, like, I really don't think we should.
Well, like, we literally just, like I said, we just got married and we were tapped, and
yeah,
I wasn't against doing it eventually. I just didn't think then was the right time, but obviously it worked out. But sometimes you got to make the jump and go all in, and that's what we done. But she had to convince me to do that because I wasn't always as optimistic and positive as I am today. She's the one that kind of I guess helped me get there. She was always like that from the start.
Make a decision.
So thank you, babe, for
it's gonna happen. So yeah, I signed a lease. I think it was like October 1st or October 2nd to open October 15th, which was actually a Sunday on the 15th. So I didn't open until the 16th. The banks obviously didn't look at us because we
had no money. We were tapped. Why would they give us another $3,000?
Or a few thousand, yeah. Like, we were. I do nails at home, So, and I was a student before this, so they didn't want to give me anything. So John's mom actually gave us a small loan, which.
That's what we done. We got $3,000 off my mom. Slowly paid her back $500 a month until she was paid back, and that was enough to. Although it's not like at the time, it was a lot.
It was a lot of money. Like, I was like stressed about having to repay that.
Yeah, right. But at the same time, it was enough to get us off our feet and get the ball rolling. And then every dollar that came in, and I mean every dollar, for a long time, she did not take a dollar. She just worked her ass off for 12 hours a day.
There was days that I sat into the salon for the full 9 to 9, and might have had one or two clients walk in the salon, but I stayed there because you're trying to get your word out there, trying to get the name out there. You want to make sure you're there when the one person decides that they want to come in for an appointment.
Yeah, this is a new salon that just popped up on the side of the road with no marketing gone into it, no planning, no announcement, literally just decided on the spot, let's open a salon and let's make it happen. So no one really knew about us, and obviously it took some time to grow some clients and I guess to I don't know, just be noticed and see, you know, what we're all about and notice the brand.
Yeah.
That takes time, right?
Yeah.
But being patient is key there, and, you know, don't be afraid to work 12, 14-hour days, and when you're home, you're not off, you're still working, put it that way.
Yeah, and you do as much as you can all the time, just, you know, all in to constantly try and grow your business. We did start out with 2 nail techs and myself. A couple of weeks later, we did hire an esthetician, and I believe that was it then for the first probably 6 months. There was just 4 of us. It was a great time, you know, like it was slow, obviously, building clientele, but we did pick up really quick, especially with Christmas. Christmas is the busiest time of the year, so we were really, really busy Christmas, and I was super excited. And a lot of our clients did stay with us after Christmas, so, you know, like I always say, like, if you start to like my employees now, I always say, if you start in October, November, like, you know, be patient. Christmas is coming. You will build your clientele. A lot of clients will stay with you after Christmas because they're like, oh, like, I'm going to get my nails done after Christmas. And then they don't want to take them off. So they constantly come back for fills.
Yeah, it's obviously you got to do a good job, treat the customers the way you'd like to be treated, and make everyone have a good experience, and make them want to come back, because they're not really here. They're here for the experience, and yes, a good service and like good nails and whatever they're getting done, but it's all about the experience as well. And so, like, you got to be talkative, you got to be nice. You can't just sit there and, you know, be a statue. You got to relate to them and you know, make them feel at home, and that's
like all of our girls, we were all really close. So like we still to this day get, you know, clients come in and say, oh, you guys are so friendly to each other, you know, you guys are so close, you guys are like a little family. And, you know, like clients notice that, like if there's beef within the business, you know, between employees, they notice that it's awkward and they're not comfortable. They don't want to be in between that.
They don't want that. No.
They always notice that. So like if I go in anywhere and people are awkward with each other, like, hi, like what?
No, it's
you know,
it's no good. But that's the way we are now today as well. Like everyone here is like just like a big family. It's like the pure Bliss family. Like everyone loves going out together, getting something to eat, and like just hanging out. Like it's not just like work together, get off, and go home and not talk or see each other. We got a group, and we're literally talking to each other 24/7, plus like doing stuff together. Like we're just a big family here.
Yeah. Well, like these are the only people we see all day, every day. So. You know, you grow really close with them, and they are my friends. You know, like, yeah, I have other friends, but they are the people I spend every day with. They are the people that, you know, let's go have supper, let's go see a movie, let's go to the gym. You know, like, let's just go do something together.
Yeah, but not only that, it's really hard to, I guess, do other things outside of work. Like, when you're running a business like this, like, the amount of work involved, like, that goes on behind the scenes when you're not actually here, it's insane. Like, you can't just be off when you're off. Like, there is no off. Like, the phone is going all night, DMs, like, comments. Like, you can't just ignore all that. Like, you got to be on the ball with it all. So, like, you can't, like, you're never off, which is fine, because when you love what you do, it's all good. Yeah. You know, time is flying, and, you know, you're just getting closer to your goal.
And like social media is huge. I did put like a few $1,000s into social media when we first opened, into Facebook ads and, you know, marketing, different things. It helped tremendously. Like I was actually blown myself with how much it blew up just from social media ads. We still run ads every month because I know it helps.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like you gotta spend money. Like you can't be afraid to spend money on ads.
Like we're currently in slow season right now, and this is the busiest slow season that I've ever had. Yeah. And I truly believe it's from our few ads that we have running.
Yeah, it makes a massive difference. Yeah. We have one ad going currently, and I've never seen the like of it before. It's just, I don't know, we're getting so many messages from it, and it goes a really long way. Put it that way. It's worth the money. You know, you get back more than what you spent on it.
Like, yeah, you have to invest. You have to spend. Like, we didn't have any money. We weren't making hardly anything. So it was a little bit stressful to put that little bit of money that you made back into marketing, but it 100% pays off. And I knew it was going to. You just got to believe it, and it will. You just got to kind of go, just do it. Yeah,
absolutely. So here we are in 2021, and this is where we're currently too. So far we told them about 2017 and how it all started. So what's next? What happens next after that salon?
So it was around December, I think, of 2018. So we were open for like a year and 2 months. And I kept having people say, you know, you guys should have her hair here. You guys should have her hair here. You know, one-stop shop. And I was like, really thought about it, you know, like how could I get plumbing to work out, to have a hair station set up. So, you know, I wrapped my brain around that for probably a couple of weeks. And then I was just like, okay, well, I don't have the space for one. Like I was tapped with space with where we were. And there was nowhere to put hair. And there was no way to work it. There was no plumbing. And then I was like, oh, you could get these.
Go ahead.
You could get these portable sinks and different things, you know, that you didn't need plumbing. But who really wants to go get their hair done with that?
No.
So I wanted to be a, you know, well-known salon that was good and offered, you know, quality services. So I decided I was going to shop around. And a salon that was actually just down the road from us had closed down probably like a month after I'd opened. And it was a hair salon. So I was like, perfect, I'm going to go down there now and have a look. So we went down and it was 1,700 square feet, I believe. And yeah, instantly I was like, yeah, we're taking it.
Yeah, no, so at the time we had like roughly 1,000. And well, this layout was just perfect. Like, it was better than what we had for the layout for what we wanted. It already had 6 hair stations, and it was like an extra 600 or 700 feet. So, like, to us at that time was like, oh my god, we almost have double the space.
Yeah, it was incredible. So
now, of course, the rent was more because there's more space. So there's always that little bit of like, oh my god, am I going to make enough to cover the rent? And like, if you let the worry and the stress or whatever your little like negative thoughts like stop you from doing something, well then like you'll never go anywhere. So you just gotta again make the jump and do it. So we took it over, and it wasn't fully like filled up at first, but no space is at first. You kind of just got to take it over and slowly.
I remember we kept. I had 2 stylists lined up, so we signed the lease in December and opened in March, and I had 2 hairstylists lined up to come with us, and there were 6 stations there, and they left them to us to use, which was great for starting out again. And I remember saying, you know, just 2 stations. I don't want any more. I just want 2. You know, I'm not going to have any more stylists than that. I don't need it. Let's get rid of it. And John was like, no, like we should keep the 3rd one. And I was like, no, like I need that space. And he was like, Hillary, like, you know, like you're going to grow this too, and blah, blah, blah. And anyway, I was just trying to maximize the space at the time being. Yeah. But I didn't really have anything to put there either. So I was, you know, thought about it, and I was like, you know what, forget. Like, let's leave the 3rd station there. And before you knew it, a few months went by probably, and we had 3 stylists. Yeah,
and it made sense because, like, when you come into this, like, we'll do a video one day too and take out a little tour for anyone that hasn't seen this. Yeah. But when you go into the hair section, when we first came here, there was 3 stations on each wall, so it made sense to leave the 3 on the one wall. And then that other wall, we took all the stations out, and then we put all the nail desks there. Yeah. So at first, it was actually, for a while,
really crammed.
It crammed up there, but we done what we had to do.
I thought it was amazing. Yeah. When we look back on it, and I'm like, I don't know, like we were literally on top of each other trying to work.
Yeah, but listen, it worked out, and no one really cared too much about it. Obviously, we were still really busy, so.
Yeah. I can't even imagine with the COVID protocols
now. Jeez, no.
Like we were probably a foot apart from each other working.
Yeah. Yeah, we were capitalizing on all the space, put it that way.
Yeah.
So how long? I can't remember fully. My memory's not as good as yours, but like, sorry. I can't remember fully, but my memory's not as good as yours.
We opened in March and August. Yeah, it was August of the same year.
So we opened in March and August of the same year?
Yeah.
Okay.
I said, we need more space. Anyway, I was like, you know what? I'm going to go talk to my landlord and see what's on the other side of my wall. I honestly had no idea what was over there. So I went over, and sure enough, it was Carwood owned the building. It was Carwood Plaza, and Carwood offices were there. Their engineering firm offices or something, yeah. It actually worked out that they didn't need all the space that they had. So they had... How much space? 3,300 square feet, I think.
33 or 34 or something like that, yeah.
Yeah. So we were like, okay. I was like, okay, I'm going to take, I don't need it all. No. But I'm going to take...
Half of it. So I think we added on 1,700 on top of the 16 or something like that.
Yeah. Wasn't it? 1,700, I think. We
so
had like 33.
3,300 feet, yeah.
So I decided I was going to take that on, and I believe we took it over in November. Yeah.
right before Christmas, because I
The
remember
end
now.
of November, I think we started.
I remember now we were in a mad rush to get it done before the Christmas rush, and we just got it done. Now, also, where I am a carpenter by trade. I done pretty much all the renovations as well. We had a lot of help as well, but also my stepfather Wallace, he helped us as well.
And my dad.
And your dad Dennis, with that reno.
Yeah.
So we had a lot of help to get it done, and we're very thankful for all that.
Yeah.
But it makes a big difference being able to do all that stuff yourself than like having to pay like tens of thousands of dollars like for like contractors.
Oh God, it
just helps out.
I did all the painting, and the girls helped me. Like my staff helped me in their free time do painting all the walls and doors and whatever needed to be freshened up, baseboards. I said at that time that I was never doing another renovation. I was done.
Yeah.
I didn't want to paint another wall.
Yeah, me too. I said the same thing. I said, this is it now. We're friggin' filling this out, and that's it. Well, that's just because we were just like so overworked at the time. We just like didn't like want to see another reno for a while, because like it was just a lot like to get done in such a small time frame.
Yeah, like I had a new hairstylist hired because we were going to have 6 stations then, and it was like they were starting Monday, and it was like Saturday, and I didn't know how we were going to get it done. Like I really didn't know, but we got it done. I don't think we got it done until Tuesday.
Yeah, it was a lot of late nights. I mean, 12 o'clock kind of thing, and like up like 7 or 8 and in again. Like it was like takeout only. Come in, like work till you.
It's hard work. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot of work. You just got to get up, do it, sleep a few hours a night, and get up and do it again.
Keep your eyes on the prize, and just realize what your end goal is, and just keep working towards your goal. Like it's motivating.
And we didn't have to close the other side to do that renovation.
Luckily. But now I did forget to mention when we first moved here at the first like area, we had to leave the other area on a Friday. Mm-hmm. We had to have all this painted, this original area painted, plastered, whatever we had to do with new flooring by Monday to reopen. So we had like
set up
3 or 4 days. We started over here on a Wednesday, and we just got it done like 12 o'clock on a Sunday. Again, with a lot of help from friends and family.
My dad and like I don't know whoever else was here. They were like,
not going to happen, they said.
She's not going to have it done. And I was like, well, there's clients booked Monday morning, 9 o'clock. Like, you got to be done. And they were like, oh, no, like, it's not going to happen, Like, it's no way possible that can happen. The plaster got to dry for this long, this and this and this before you can paint. And I was like, it has to be done. It just has to be done. I don't care what has to be done. It has to be done.
And this is getting back to, like, negative thoughts or negativity. Like, because if you just say that it's not going to be done and just accepted it, well, then, it's not going to be done, but we just didn't accept it. And we said, well, it got to be done, and it will be done. And it did get done. Like, that's the power of your thoughts right there.
Yeah.
So, fast forward again to the last reno.
Yeah, we're a little all over the place.
I know, but I just wanted to mention a couple of things there. They'll understand.
Yeah, so the last reno, again, it took a few weeks, actually. But we got it done in time for Christmas, and then the Christmas rush hit, and it was great, actually, until March, actually, when COVID happened.
Right. Yes.
Yeah, that March, COVID hit, and then we shut down for 3 months, just after I expanded.
Yeah, spend a lot of money just trying to get everything situated again, and then COVID. Boom, 3 months. That was rough.
Yeah.
That was rough, and that was like you had to be tough mentally to like make it through
There was a few times that like especially at first, like there was no funding, there was nothing. You still had to pay your rent, you still had to pay your power bills, your phone bills, cable bills. Like you still had to pay everything. Yeah,
there was no breaks there.
And you weren't making any money.
No.
So how were you expected to pay it? There was times literally I sat down and I was like, at the first few weeks, and I was like, we're done. Like, we have to be done.
There's been times that, like, she literally said that I'm throwing in the towel. I'm done.
Like, I didn't see any way through it. And I actually was, I was pregnant. I don't know how much or how far. I think I was only, like, 10 weeks pregnant when we shut down. So I was pretty stressed about that, too. Like, we're having a baby now. I can't just put ourselves in debt like I did before. I have to be able to support a family now. And I was like, I don't know how I'm going to go months going further into debt and come out of it on top. But We did. We did.
Yeah, we kept on trucking and we stayed positive and we got through it. But it's like, if it's looking back, it's like if we got through that, now we'll get through anything. Because
yeah, like I don't even stress no more.
Nah, that was like horrible. Like, oh man, a lot of bills piled up. But
it was the only time ever that I was like, I don't know if we're gonna make it, and it was out of my control, which was.
Yeah, that's the shitty part because everything else is in your control.
Yeah, I just work. I'll make it work, but I couldn't. There was nothing that I could do.
Yeah.
You weren't allowed to work. You had to sit home.
Yeah.
You weren't even allowed to go outside your house.
Yeah, and I feel so bad for the businesses that never made it because I can only imagine how that feels. But luckily, we were strong enough to continue moving forward, and here we are today. But there were some dark times there, just thinking about what could possibly happen.
Yeah. So yeah, we made it through COVID, the shutdowns with that, and we came out on top really. We had another shutdown in February of this past year.
Jeez, I don't know. There's so many things happen between now and then. I got a bad memory.
It was 2020 and it was 2020. Yeah. So February of this past year, we shut down for a month.
Yeah.
Again, yeah.
Yeah. But it's like we were a little bit more prepared for it then because...
Yeah, I started saving money and...
We were expecting it.
Yeah.
So it wasn't as bad and it wasn't as long, so it was all right. And with those shutdowns, like when we first reopened, it was literally busier than Christmas. Like everyone was dying to get back in. So like that was like a thankful, that was a big help to get back.
And it was the same when we shut down in February. Same thing when we reopened in March. Like it was madness right up until August.
Yeah, it was like 2 months of craziness, I think. Was it? Or
no, right till August.
Was it?
March, April. I think we slowed down for
because then
2 weeks
summer.
in May.
Yeah.
And then it was like graduation. And then you go into wedding season, and then summer. Summer's our busiest. Aside from Christmas, summer's our busiest season. And Christmas is only like a 10-day thing, not a season. So. Yeah,
too bad.
Yeah. So, it was our busiest time. Unfortunately, the sad thing is in January and February, it's a slower season, but travel usually keeps us, pretty busy with pedicures and waxings and nails for people traveling down south. But, this past year, there is no travel. Nobody's going anywhere, but we were fairly slow, but we got through that.
Yeah, just put on deals, put up a few ads, and you just keep your head down and keep working. And the busy time is coming again. That's just part of the industry, and that is what it is. What it is.
Yeah.
So funny. We get through that, and when did we start this? Because we done that other reno then.
Then when we reopened in March, I started in April because I'd saved a pile of money to shut down again for 4 months. So, I was prepared. But we only shut down for a month. So it was great. So then we reopened and I was like, let's renovate the whole salon.
Yeah, well, actually, we were sitting home on the couch one night and we were brainstorming because currently in the area that we have three, well, we used to rent out one room to a makeup artist and she left. And then and the other ones were kind of just being miscellaneous storage, like nothing really. So we were like, man, what can we do with all these 3 rooms to make them get our money's worth out of it? Because it's just sitting there doing nothing. So then we were on the couch one day and we were like, man, let's rip down all the walls, put a doorway in that wall, and then add that onto the hair section. So that's exactly what we started to do.
Yeah.
So now we had 5 hair stations, and now since that reno we have 11.
Yeah, we added 6.
Now, none of that's paying off yet fully because we don't have all the stations filled up. But the thing is that it will pay off enormously when it's done.
Well, it wasn't being used anyway.
Exactly.
So
now it's there to be used.
We are still up. I think we have 8 chairs being used right now.
Yeah.
And we only had 5. You said, I said 6 earlier, but it was only 5. So we are up still 3 stylists from what we were. And we replaced all of our sinks. We renovated that a little bit. We added 2 more sinks. So we have 4 now.
Yeah, we needed more sinks.
I just kind of updated the lighting. It was kind of old fashioned. It was kind of what was there when we went there. The furniture made everything so much more modern.
Yeah, we got so we got all new mirrors that have lights going around for the hair chairs, for the hair stations. All new hair chairs, all new mats, all new what do you call it? I guess it's like a station, I guess, drawers and stuff for like, all the hair stuff next to each station.
Yeah.
So all that got pretty costly actually, because like it was all like multiplied by 11 on each thing we needed, right?
Yeah.
And we didn't want to like, cheap out and get like $100 chairs or, none of these like crappy chairs. We wanted like solid made chairs that were worth it. And these are the ones that we don't have to replace again in 2 years. So yeah, it was, I mean, it's worth it to do that from the start, right?
Yeah, 100%.
So we replaced every light in the building that we currently had because we just wanted to update it and make it, like you said, more modern.
And lighting is so much more expensive than I thought.
Yeah.
Like it was a lot of money to get all the lighting.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, we got through that. That was again every time we do a reno, we're like, yeah, 20 grand will be the best con for that.
Oh yeah, I literally budgeted that one out, and I think I budgeted $12,000, and I was like, hey, I'm gonna have 20 on hand. That's lots.
Yeah.
Extra $8,000 if we run into a little bit over.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm not gonna say how much it cost.
No, but it was stupid.
20 grand was funny.
Yeah, but anyways, when you start that, like, you just start getting into the other things that you don't really understand or like think about before until you get into it. So that's just the way every rhino is, and anyone that does one knows and can relate to what we're saying.
Yeah, definitely.
So, but once you're that far in, you got to continue doing it. So that's exactly what we done, and we finished up that. So that's fine and dandy. We got that done.
Finished that in June. May or June.
Yeah.
I feel it took us like probably a solid 6 weeks for sure. I feel like it was the end of May. I think.
Yeah, a couple months or something.
And what was it? We were using. Oh yeah, so there was 3 of us sharing an office. We had one office for 3 people, and John was coming back to work. He was currently off on parental leave actually because I had to come back to work. So he decided on Canada Day, it was, that he wasn't going back to his old job. He was going to come to work with us, which was great. We needed his help. He does all of our videos, all of our ads. Renovations, puts the garbage out, hangs up pictures that need to be hanged up, sinks clog, he'll unclog the sinks. You name
miscellaneous.
It. Yeah, there's so much stuff. Now he actually does our social media as well, which is a huge help. So, and he replies to
all the DMs,
all the messages coming in for appointments and stuff. So he decided he was going to come to work with us, and I was like, okay, so now we have 4 people in one office. And, I couldn't do any work there. I would go in there, and you can imagine with, a small office, 1 big desk in there, and 4 people's stuff. So I was always taking my work home. My kitchen table was full of paperwork and everything that I had. And I could just never get a spot that I could really sit down and focus and do paperwork. So I was like, you know what, John? We need more space.
Yeah, and I was like, are you kidding me right now? But then I was like, yeah, you know what? You're right. We do.
Yeah. I thought about, taking service rooms that were only used casually, and turning them into an office, and thought about different things, but it was only going to set us back. It wasn't going to help us move forward, which is what I wanted. So I wanted us all to have our own office. And
we also needed a space for this video podcast.
The podcast room, yeah.
And so now we have this new space. We have 3 offices set up, and this room is set up as a video podcast room. So that's it's like half being used, and like the other half is not fully like done yet, and it won't be till after Christmas, but
we're not really in a rush.
Yeah, we're not in a rush. We're still moving in that direction.
Yeah, but come spring now, we'll have all of our pedicures moved over, so it'll be more relaxing. We're going to add extra pedicure chairs. We're going to bring over our reception over here. Yeah. And it's going to be bigger and comfy. The lunchroom is going to be bigger for the girls, because right now it's big enough. Like, it's bigger than what we ever had, but it's just, we're going to outgrow it again pretty soon. Yeah. We'll have 3 offices there. We'll have this room. We'll have 2 rooms that are uncalled for yet, and I think we have 3 pedicure chairs now. We'll have 6 or 7 in one big area. They'll have access to their own like little sink and water and stuff. So it's going to be a lot better for that. Storage, we really need. And storage. We'll have more storage. Yeah. So. Yeah, and not only that, then
in the old area, then we'll have the old reception area. We're not sure what we're doing with it yet. And then the old petty room, I think we're going to turn into more like more of a processing area for here.
Just like seating, lounging, coffee, snacks, different things there. So. But
yeah, that's pretty much the last 4 years of our life here at Pure Bliss and how we done it. And yeah. All right, guys, I think that's it for this episode. We got to wrap this up now. We don't want to bore you too much. I think next week we're going to talk about our long-term and short-term goals and what's next to come for Pure Bliss.
Yes, super exciting times. We have so much more on the menu.
That we do. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. And be sure to subscribe, like, comment, share. You know the drill. Thanks for watching.
Tag a friend.
Peace.
Peace.